Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us right here on Actual English with Jennifer. It's time for lesson 289. Well, today's topic is a continuation of Korean restaurants, but we will specifically focus on the delivery services in Korea. Not only do Korean restaurants deliver, but almost all different kinds of restaurants, including franchises, even, small restaurants where they sell snack foods, deliver food right to your door. It's very convenient in Korea. It's like a paradise, having things delivered to your home, right? So how often do you have food delivered to your home? It's amazing. I was amazed when I first found out that a few or a couple fast food restaurants even deliver. That is, of course, if you order a certain amount or over a certain amount, I think it's 10,000 won or 20,000 won, then they deliver. If not, you're going to have to go yourself and pick up the food. Anyhow, let's talk about how convenient it is in Korea to have food delivered to wherever you are. Let's get started. Here's Actual Talk.
Hey, do you ever order out?
I do, yeah, I do quite often. Actually, I got McDonald's one time, would you believe?
Seriously?
Yes, yeah.
You ordered out McDonald's?
I know, I'm extremely lazy, haven't I?
How times are changing.
They are, it was good, yeah, it was fast service, yeah, pali style.
That's one of the main differences, I think, between dining, where I come from, and Seoul. I mean, I can't believe that I ordered McDonald's.
Yes.
And the delivery service, I've actually been a bit intimidated by it because of language and because sometimes I don't quite understand how it works. What with protocol.
Yes.
Like, for example, I noticed I'll go through my apartment building and there's dishes outside of a lot of people's doors for them to pick it up. But I don't understand how that works.
No.
Or how that it's different for me. I don't see the logic in it, I guess.
No, we could never do that in Ireland.
Why not?
Well, it would be considered kind of rude and dirty to leave your rubbish outside, and I mean, I don't know, people just wouldn't come and collect. I mean, I don't understand.
It's true. It can also have strong aroma because
of course,
garlic.
Yeah.
Korea consumes a lot of garlic.
That's
I
true.
never thought of that.
Aroma is a nice word. Maybe stink.
Okay, yeah, it stinks. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's true. But I mean, I've ordered pizza.
Right.
I considered that to be, a success if I could do it in Korean.
Sure.
But no, I've always kind of been a bit put off by the way that's gone. Although I do think it's cool that you can order McDonald's.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's actually really funny.
If you were to order, what would you get?
Hash browns. They're my favorite.
Oh, really? Right. Okay. I love a Big Mac. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? You're right. Yeah. Junk food, it's great, isn't it?
Yes.
Welcome back, everyone. Did you take a very careful listen to the conversation? Today we had Gareth and Kelly talking about having food delivered to their home. Now, Gareth's mentioned something about having McDonald's delivered, so let's check out what else they mentioned. Here we go. First of all, Kelly says, hey, do you ever order out? This is just another way of saying, do you ever have food delivered? Okay. If you say, do you ever deliver food? That is totally incorrect, because if you ask that question, you are asking the other person if he or she takes food to deliver it somewhere else. So you should never say, do you deliver? Do you deliver food? When you want to ask if people have food delivered to their homes, you would say, do you often have food delivered? Or do you ever order out? Order out. Usually you would say order in. Okay, so it's order. The same, but in. Okay. Now, if you ask why it is to order in, it is because you are having food delivered to your home, inside your home. So usually, if you have something delivered, you would normally ask, do you want to order in? Do you want to have food delivered to our home? Okay. order in, okay? So keep that in mind. Well, Gareth says, I do quite often. Actually, I got McDonald's one time, would you believe? Okay, he says, I got McDonald's one time. So he's saying, I got McDonald's delivered one time. And he says, would you believe? Now, what is the reason he's saying, would you believe? Would you believe that? Meaning a fast food restaurant delivers. Would you believe that? Okay. And Kelly says, seriously? Really? You ordered out McDonald's? So you would normally, as I said once again, order in, meaning have food delivered to your home. But McDonald's is actually delivering food. So food is taken out of McDonald's, okay? This could be tricky, but just remember, to have food delivered, ED at the end, to your home, office, or wherever you are, or you would also say order in, okay? Have food brought to the place you are at. Now, here we go. Gareth says, I know, I'm extremely lazy, aren't I? Meaning you could just simply walk to a fast food restaurant, but he instead has food delivered. So he's saying, I know, I'm very lazy. Here we go. Kelly says how times are changing. This is one of our patterns for today. What do you think this means? How times are changing. Okay, it's not too complicated. Think simple. Times are changing. Times are changing. It means that things from the past are very different to how things are now. Okay, so things now are very, very, very different to how they used to be in the past. We're just making a comparison. You're saying, wow, things have really changed. How times are changing. There are constant changes. And Gareth says it was good. It was fast service, pali style. Fast service, he is referring to the delivery service. And then here we go, Kelly says, that's one of the main differences, I think, between dining, where I come from, and Seoul. So she's talking about where she comes from, Canada, and also Seoul. So she's making a comparison between these two places, Canada and Seoul. What's different? The way things are delivered. Here we go. And the delivery service, I've actually been a bit intimidated by it. So she's talking about the delivery service, and she's been a bit intimidated by it. What does she mean by be or feel intimidated? If you say that you feel intimidated, you are saying that you are maybe confused. You're also saying that you're a bit frightened. You're a bit afraid. You're also kind of feeling a bit uncomfortable, okay? So she's saying that she feels a bit intimidated, not so comfortable, okay, about the delivery service. Why? Because of language, okay? Because she's not fluent in Korean, so it's difficult to communicate. And because sometimes I don't quite understand how it works. How it works, basically meaning how delivery services are done, okay? And then she says, with what protocol? You've heard of the word protocol many times, right? You will hear it quite often here and there. Protocol, protocol. You must follow protocol, for example. Well, protocol is basically a set or a set system of rules that people say are, well, the right rules or the right way of acting in a certain situation. So it's a system of rules that we should follow, especially in formal situations, okay? It's the correct way of doing things or acting in a particular situation. Simply think set of rules, okay, protocol. Okay, moving on. She says, for example, I've noticed dishes outside of a lot of people's doors. Dishes, plates that are empty, okay? And she says, for somebody to pick them up. So she's talking about what? Dishes. So once again, she says, I have noticed, I've seen dishes outside of a lot of people's doors for somebody to pick them up, to take away. It's different for me. I don't see the logic in it. You can also say, I don't see the logic behind it. Logic is just a way of thinking or reasoning, okay? Trying to figure something out. So she's saying, I don't really get the idea. I can't figure it out, okay? It's a way of thinking or reasoning especially. So she is saying that she doesn't understand how it's done, okay? Now, here we go. Gareth says, nor me. Now, I do want to mention something here. Nor me. This is negative, right? If you want to agree with somebody, you would normally say, me too. Me too, right? When you want to you're agreeing with somebody in a negative way, saying, me neither. Okay, you would say, me neither, neither do I, neither do I, me neither. These are just another way of saying, nor me. Nor me, I'm not so sure if you would hear it as commonly as neither do I, okay? So just keep that in mind to see what it means. Nor me, he means neither do I, me neither. We could never do that in Ireland. Aha. He's talking about what? Leaving dishes outside their doors. It can never be done in Ireland. Why? He says, well, it would be considered kind of rude and dirty to leave your rubbish outside. So to leave your dishes, okay, if you have some food delivered to your home, you eat the food and you leave the plates and the dishes outside your doorstep, he's saying in Ireland, people will probably think that it's rude, impolite, or very dirty to do that. And he said it would be bad to leave your rubbish outside. Take a look at this word here. R-U-B-B-I-S-H. What does rubbish mean? Well, rubbish. Does it remind you of the word rubber? Okay, it's a type of material, okay, that's used to make things, but especially in British English. Now, if you say that something is rubbish, we're talking about wasteful things, such as trash, things you would throw away, okay? Things that are not important. Or if you say that something is like rubbish or something is, that's rubbish. It could either mean that it's trash. It can also mean that it is of poor quality, very bad or low quality, okay? So keep that in mind. In this case, he's saying trash, things you would throw out, wasteful things, okay? People just wouldn't come and collect it. Collect meaning take. People would not come to take the dishes or take the plates back. Also, it can have strong aroma because of garlic. Koreans use a lot of garlic. Okay, here we go. Now, Kelly says something about aroma. You've heard of aroma many, many times, right? Especially with aromatherapy. That's right, aromatherapy. Aroma, exactly. So what is aroma? An aroma is perhaps a strong smell, but a very nice smell. It's the opposite of odor. An odor, O-D-O-R, would mean a bad smell, but an aroma means a good smell. In other words, fragrance. Okay, so we're talking about the good smells from foods or plants, flowers, things like that. Aroma. So she says it can have strong aroma or have a strong aroma even. Either way. Because of garlic. Koreans use a lot of garlic. And here we go. I would probably have to agree. Although I love garlic, Gareth says aroma is a nice word. Like I told you, it has a positive meaning. It means something that smells very nice. It says maybe stink, meaning stink would probably be a better word to use in this situation. Stink is what? Stink. It can be used in the noun form and the verb form as well, but he's saying stink in the noun form. Stink is a bad smell, a very pungent, a strong and bad smell. In other words, an odor, okay, bad smell. So he's saying, we're talking about garlic, and you're saying aroma? Come on, aroma is a nice word. He's saying maybe stink. Stink would probably be a better word to describe the strong smell of garlic. Now you get it? Okay. Okay, yeah, it stinks. Here, it's used in the verb form, meaning it smells very bad. That's true, but I mean, I've ordered pizza. So she's talking about her experience. She's saying that in the past, she has ordered pizza. And then moving on, she says, I consider that to be a success if I can do it in Korea. So ordering pizza is a good thing, right? It's considered to be a success. But no, I've always kind of been a bit put off by the way that's gone. Okay, she's just simply talking about the delivery service. You know how she said that she doesn't really understand how it's done, protocol, the way it's done, for example. So she's saying that she has always been a bit intimidated and also put off by the way that's gone or that's done, okay? The way the delivery services is done. Put off is what? We've gone over this several times in the past. If you say that you are put off by something or you have been put off by something, it means that you have become to dislike something or you somehow don't want to do anything or have anything anymore, okay? So you don't have an interest in something anymore, no longer. So she says she's always been put off by that. Although I do think it's cool, it's nice that you can order McDonald's, fast food that is. Yeah, absolutely. Now she says it's actually really funny, okay? Garrett says, if you were to order. Now, he's talking about what could possibly happen in the future. If you were to order food, what would you get? She says, hash browns, they're my favorite. And then moving on, he says, I love a Big Mac, meaning he would probably order a Big Mac. Who doesn't? That's right, who doesn't? You're right. Junk food. We all know that junk food is not good for you. But he says, well, junk food is great, isn't it? We all love junk food. That's true. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Let's take a listen to it one more time.
Hey, do you ever order out?
I do, yeah, I do quite often. Actually, I got McDonald's one time, would you believe?
Seriously?
Yes, yeah.
You ordered out McDonald's?
I know, I'm extremely lazy, haven't I?
How times are changing.
They are, it was good, yeah, it was fast service, yeah, pally style.
That's one of the main differences, I think, between dining, where I come from, and Seoul. I mean, I can't believe that I ordered McDonald's.
Yes.
And the delivery service, I've actually been a bit intimidated by it because of language and because sometimes I don't quite understand how it works. What with protocol.
Yes.
Like, for example, I noticed I'll go through my apartment building and there's dishes outside of a lot of people's doors for them to pick it up. But I don't understand how that works.
No.
Or how that it's different for me. I don't see the logic in it, I guess.
No, we could never do that in Ireland.
Why not?
Well, it would be considered kind of rude and dirty to leave your rubbish outside, and I mean, I don't know, people just wouldn't come and collect. I mean, I don't understand.
It's true. It can also have a strong aroma because
of course,
garlic.
Yeah.
Consumes a lot of garlic.
That's
I never thought of that.
Aroma is a nice word. Maybe stink.
Okay, yeah, it stinks. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's true. But I mean, I've ordered pizza.
Right.
I consider that to be, a success if I could do it in Korean.
Sure.
But no, I've always kind of been a bit put off by the way that's gone. Although I do think it's cool that you can order McDonald's.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's actually really funny.
If you were to order, what would you get?
Hash browns. They're my favorite.
Oh, really? Right. Okay. I love a Big Mac. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? You're right. Yeah. Junk food, it's great, isn't it?
Yes.
Now it's time for actual expressions, everyone. Are you ready? Okay, let's take a look at some vocab words and also 2 patterns for today. First of all, Intimidated. This is what Kelly mentioned about delivery services. She feels a bit intimidated. This is a tricky word. Now, let's pronounce it together. Intimidated. One more time. Intimidated. Good job. It means frightened, afraid, abashed. What about protocol? Okay, protocol. Protocol is like an obligation or even a code. Like I told you, it's like a system of rules. A system or rules of the correct way of acting in a particular situation, usually a formal situation. Okay, so protocol. Here we go, logic. Philosophy is a synonym, rationale or sanity. Okay, it's a way of thinking and reasoning. Moving on to rubbish. Rubbish is a noun. Here we go, rubbish. Stress goes right there. It's another word for junk, even trash, as I told you. Things you would throw out. Okay, wasteful things. Trash is rubbish. What about aroma? Does aroma have a positive meaning or a negative meaning? Aroma has a nice meaning, a positive meaning. It means a scent. Odor would be the opposite. Okay, aroma, opposite. So the antonym of aroma would be odor, and a synonym would be fragrance or even a nice scent. Stink is what? In the noun form, stench, foulness. We're talking about an odor once again. Odor can be a synonym for stink. If you say that something stinks, let's say, for example, you go to watch a movie and you didn't like it. It was a terrible movie. So you walk out, you're disappointed, and your friend says, "So, how was the movie?" And you want to say, "Oh, it was terrible." You can say, "Oh, that movie stinks." In that case, you're saying that movie was awful. Okay, it was terrible. So it's a way of, I guess, expressing disapproval sometimes. Okay, stink, stink. And here we go with our first pattern. Times are changing. Now, this is an expression you would use when you want to talk about how things are very different from the past and now. Okay. I can't believe how easily people quit their jobs. This is true. I find it hard to believe. And then you can say how times are changing. Meaning, things used to be different in the past. Things now are very different from how things used to be in the past. Times are changing. And one more, put off. To be put off means to, dislike something, not want to do anything, not like anything anymore, okay? So here is a sentence. I was put off by the server. Why? She was unbelievably rude. So here you're saying that you were put off. You can be confused. Also, just have a feeling of dislike. So I was put off by the server. I did not want to go there anymore. Okay, why? Because she was very, very rude. Unbelievably rude. Okay, everyone, job well done. That is a wrap for today's Actual Expressions.